Have you ever noticed how one small problem can stay on your mind all day? But what if I told you that sometimes it's not the problem itself that exhausts us, it's holding on to it for too long? One old man taught a traveler this lesson using nothing more than a small stone, and what he learned might completely change the way you think. There was once a small, beautiful village where people lived simple lives. In that village lived a very old man named Henry. He had a long white beard, and there was a peaceful look on his face that never seemed to disappear. The villagers often made fun of him. That old man is always sitting quietly. Doesn't he have anything better to do? Maybe he's gone crazy. But Henry never paid attention to what people said. A little way outside the village stood a huge ancient tree. Every morning, Henry would walk to that tree and sit beneath it quietly. No phone, no conversations, no distractions, just silence. He used that time to give his mind a chance to rest. Henry believed, just as our bodies need rest, our minds need rest too. One day, a young traveler arrived in the village. His name was Ethan. Ethan had been traveling around the world, but despite seeing many beautiful places, he couldn't find peace in his mind. His thoughts were constantly racing. What will happen tomorrow? What will happen to my business? Will I ever be successful? What will people think of me? One worry after another filled his mind and left him exhausted. Finally, Ethan asked one of the villagers, "I have so much stress in my mind. What should I do?" The man thought for a moment and said, "There's an old man named Henry who lives here. Maybe he can help you." Ethan felt a little hopeful. The man took him to Henry. As usual, Henry was sitting beneath the old tree. Ethan told Henry about all the worries that were troubling him. Henry listened quietly without interrupting. When Ethan finished, Henry smiled and said, "Stay at my house tonight. Tomorrow morning, I'll show you something that may help you understand your worries." Ethan agreed. The next morning, the two of them went back to the old tree and sat beneath it. For several minutes, neither of them said a word. Ethan had no idea what Henry was doing. Finally, Ethan asked, "Henry, how long are we going to sit here like this?" Henry said nothing. Instead, he reached down, picked up a small stone, and placed it in Ethan's hand. "Hold this." Ethan held the stone. After a while, Henry asked, "Does the stone feel heavy?" Ethan replied, "No, not really." A little more time passed. Ethan's hand began to feel tired. Soon, his hand started to shake. Henry looked at him and said, "Now, let it go." Ethan dropped the stone onto the ground. Henry then asked, "Was the stone heavy?" Ethan looked at him and said, "No." Henry smiled. "Then why was your hand shaking?" Ethan thought for a moment. "Because I was holding it for too long." "Exactly," Henry said. Life's worries can be like this stone. A problem may not be very heavy by itself, but when you keep holding on to it in your mind for hours, days, or even longer, it can slowly exhaust you. Ethan listened carefully. Henry continued, "You should solve your problems, but you don't have to carry them in your mind every second." Then, Henry took Ethan to a small stream nearby. The water was clear and clean. Henry took out a wooden cup and filled it with water. Then, he picked up a little dirt and dropped it into the cup. The water immediately became cloudy. Henry handed the cup to Ethan and said, "Drink it." Ethan looked at the water and shook his head. "I can't drink this. It's dirty." Henry smiled. Then he picked up some dirt and dropped it into the flowing stream. The dirt stayed in the water for a moment and then slowly drifted away. The stream remained clear. Henry looked at Ethan and asked, "Why didn't the stream become dirty?" Ethan replied, "Because the stream is large and the water keeps flowing." "Exactly," Henry said. Now think of your mind like this stream. When you make your world smaller and focus on one problem again and again, even a small problem can feel much bigger than it really is. But when you keep your mind open and allow problems to come and go, they don't have to stay inside you forever. Ethan finally understood. Henry gave him one final piece of advice. Peace of mind doesn't mean that your life will have no problems. Peace of mind means that even when problems come, you don't allow them to take away your inner calm. Ethan stood quietly beside the stream and watched the water flow. That day, he realized something important. If he kept bringing every little problem back into his mind, his worries would continue to drain his energy. He needed to keep his mind open. He needed to understand his problems, deal with them, and then let them go, instead of carrying them everywhere. From that day on, Ethan decided that he would no longer give unnecessary worries control over his life. He would take care of his problems, keep his mind clear, and face each new challenge with a calmer and wiser perspective. The lesson is simple. Problems are a natural part of life. We should not ignore them, and we should not run away from them. We should understand them, find solutions, and do what we can to fix them. But once we have done what we can, we should learn to let go instead of replaying the same worries in our minds over and over again. Because sometimes what exhausts us is not the problem itself, it's how long we choose to carry it. So give your mind a little rest, solve what you can, let go of what you cannot control, and protect your peace of mind. If this story gave you something to think about, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments, what did you learn from this story?